Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am here with another video about school. So the semester has just ended and I am so excited because this semester has been really stressful. And if my camera is shaking, it's because I'm holding it because I really don't want to get my setup and stuff done. But I had just got off of work, so I'm really tired. But I've been super excited to get in front of the camera again. So I really wanted to do this video. So this video is going to be about how to not get B's. Now, B's as in boy, not D's. So last semester I got straight A's, and I made a video about quick simple tips on how to get straight A's. Now for this particular video, it is going to be about how to not get B's, and just maybe I'll throw in a few tips on why there's a possible reason why you would get a B before you even get a B. Because it's like when you're in college, you start with A's. Some classes, unfortunately, like my math class, no, not my math class, like my business class, we all started with like an F, only because like we didn't have any like big weighted assignments to do, just like, I don't know, like extra credit or just like participating in class or whatever. But I'm rambling, so I'm just gonna get on with the video. So I'm like super like up close and personal. It's just kind of raw footage. Like I have on no makeup. I had just got out of the shower, and yeah. So tip number one of how to not get a B would be, let's see, from personal experience, my number one tip would be to care. And I know it sounds weird because it's just something emotional that you have to do, something mental that you have to do in order to achieve an A. Now, if you like, okay, so let's just say, for example, there's a class that you don't think that you will do good in, and with that mentality, we'll get you a B. It may even get you lower than a B. You can't down talk yourself saying, oh, this class is too hard, oh, I can't understand this teacher, their accent is too strong, or whatever excuse you have. Never think negatively about the classes that you have, because if you think negative and you think you can't pass, then maybe you won't pass because you don't have the positive mindset to think, to achieve the A's and everything like that. So now for tip number two is to ask for help. I don't know if that's one of my tips to achieve straight A's, but to not get a B, my tip number two would be to get tutoring if you need it. Ask for help if you need it, because even in subjects that you think you have handled, there's going to be a lesson that you just don't understand. Like for my math class, I had I had an A in math the entire semester until we hit chapter 8, which had like 8 sections to it. And because it was such a long chapter, it was hard for me. And that's when COVID-19 just kind of got really serious, and how all the schools started to shut down. And it was after spring break. So I was hoping that, colleges, we could still go to school, just be more cautious and stuff, but now they shut down all the schools. So it's like chapter 8 for my math class was really hard for me to grasp and understand. And without the like one-on-one help that I would need, or just, they have 24/7 tutoring online, but I'm not an online class taker. So it's just harder for me. I'm one of the students that I have to sit in person in a classroom, and I just feel more connected that way. I feel more engaged when I'm there in person. So my tip number two would be to ask for help. If you need help, guys, ask. Because if you're trying to figure it out on your own, it's not going to work, because some subjects aren't just common sense. It just depends on the lesson itself, and because just different class materials. I mean, they're going to give you examples, they're going to give you learning guides, they're going to help, and videos, they're going to help you as much as they can. And I would do those. I would do the learning guides, I would do like practice quizzes, I would go on Quizlet, I would even go on Google and see if it can explain it better. Because just please ask for help, look for help. And that's my tip for number 2. So, wondering if there's a tip number 3 on how to not get B's. I didn't slack this semester because it's like I took 4 classes this semester, so I have 2 A's and 2 B's. So, I'm trying to think. All right, so for my tip number 3, it's gonna be another mental thing. Like to get A's, these are just all like mental type of tips that I'm giving you, to just not get a B. So tip number 3 to not get a B would be to remain motivated. Now, when I say remain motivated, I don't mean just attending class and you're good, or just stay engaged and you'll be good. But it's all about, understanding the material for one. And then to just remain motivated, like you have to have that same positive mindset throughout the entire semester, no matter how hard it gets. Because again, trailing back to like the colleges being closed down because of the COVID-19 outbreak, it's going to be hard to just stay motivated because there's just so much going on. And I felt like, and plus I don't take online classes, and there's a reason why I don't take online classes. It's the quickest way for you to get lazy, and I don't want to have to get lazy. If my goal is to get straight A's, that's what I want to get. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. But if my goal is to get straight A's, then that's exactly what I want to achieve, and I can't be lazy about it. Because if you're going to be lazy about it, then there's just no point in you really like trying to achieve A's, because honestly, getting a B could be laziness. So my tip number 3 would just to, remain motivated, always think positively, and don't get lazy. No matter what happens during this pandemic, guys, even during the summer, because I'm also going to be taking summer classes, just remain hopeful, keep faith in yourself, keep trucking, stay motivated, because you're going to thank yourself in the end that through this crisis, you have stuck through all the classes, you have taken all the tests, and you have done your best on all the exams, and you've completed your homework, you turned everything in on time, and that's as best as you can do. So it's pretty short. Like, to how to not get B's, it's kind of like, it goes to how to achieve A's. Like, it's the same thing. It's just don't fall back, So just don't stop motivating yourself. Don't get lazy, and don't fall back, and make sure that you understand the material. So tip number 1 would be to get help. Online tutoring 24/7. Ask your teacher. Ask people that are really good in the subject that you're in. Ask a classmate. Easy. Tip number 2 would be to just stay motivated. Okay, that's one of the things that I can't stress enough, is just to remain motivated, because it's like I said, during this whole pandemic, it's gonna be hard. Stay motivated. And tip number 3, was my tip number 2 and tip number 3 the exact same thing? See, now that I'm talking about it, I really don't remember. Tip number 1 was to get help, and then stay motivated. And I think like tip 3 was to be self-motivated. I don't know. I honestly don't remember what I just said. But I'm just going to add in a bonus tip, just in case my tip number 2 and 3 was the exact same. So my bonus tip would be certain classes, like my human growth and development class, we have 5 exams. Now, some classes only have 4. Like, majority have 4 exams. So my human growth and development class has 5. And the reason being we have 5 is it's cumulative exam. And a cumulative exam is basically an exam, if you miss one throughout the semester, you're able to make up that exam grade for a different exam grade. So that 5th exam is optional. So I have a B in my human growth and development class, and mostly it's because I really didn't understand some of the questions. Like, I got tripped up about the brain, like about the prefrontal lobe and the function of that, and then amygdala, whatever it's called, and the hippocampus, and just all these different types of brain functions, what they do, where they are, and coloring them. And then I got confused and mixed a couple up anyway. So the fifth exam would be optional. So you are more than willing to take it, and they replace, if you got a better grade on the cumulative exam, they will drop the lowest score of one of the exams that you've taken throughout the semester, and it'll, boost your grade up. So I have an 88, so if I was to take it, I'm saying if, like I'm not going to, but when I take it and I do a better job, I'm going to get an A. So then I'll have like 3 A's and 1 B. My math, I have an 89 or something like that in math, but it's too late for me to even do anything for math because I already took my math final and it was proctored. So, I mean, I did the best I could for what I could remember, because it's like we can only use a 4x6 note card or whatever. But, yeah, so that's all for my 3 or 4 tips, my 3 tips and a bonus tip of how to not get B's. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope my tips are helpful, because what I think is, you learn from other people. So if someone that has already experienced something tells you something, it's good to consider it, So it's just something to think about. Even if you're not going to try it, at least think about it when you actually start struggling, and be like, yeah, let me just start being self-motivated. Let me start getting help. Let me start asking questions. Let me start looking at the learning guides. I think that's what my tip number 2 was. Okay, so looking at learning guides and doing pre-tests and asking questions and stuff like that. So yeah, I am going to upload another book review. I don't know when, because I feel like it's faster if I upload like 5 books per video, so then I have a lot to talk about in that video. But I just got done with The Fever Code, which was one of the books that I said that I was going to review for this year. So I did finish The Fever Code, so I might make a video on that just on its own. And I do want to review Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, because I realized that when I uploaded the video, it sounded good when I was editing it, but then when I actually uploaded it and I watched it again, I'm like, dang, I cut out a lot of stuff that could have been useful or important, or something that could actually help someone that actually wants to read the book understand the book. So I'm going to re-review it in that next video that I upload with The Fever Code. And I'm currently reading Beauty and the Beast, and it's not the Beauty and the Beast that you think, but it has a twist to it. So I will discuss more about that. It has a dark twist to it, but I'm going to discuss that more in my next video. And I hope you guys have a great summer, a safe summer. Okay? Keep your hands clean, sanitize everything that you touch. If you see Lysol and you have no money, at least have somebody else buy it for you. I'm just kidding. But make sure that you keep your hands sorry. Make sure you keep your hands clean, sanitize, spray Lysol, get some disinfecting wipes, wipe off every surface, doorknobs, your car doors. I wipe my steering wheel. I can carry a spray bottle of just pure alcohol, because when I go to work, I spray down my uniform before I come in the house and play with my dogs. So I care about them as well, and I don't want them to get something from whatever's lingering on my work uniform when I'm around all these different types of people. And I work fast food, so I'm around a lot of people. So yeah, be safe. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with some more videos, and I will see you then.